Hey guys, we're at the Frijole Ranch area here at Guadalupe Mountains National Park. We're just going to do a real quick walk around the Frijole Ranch house as well as the orchard area, and we're also going to walk up to the Manzanita Spring and check it out. So this is the Frijole Ranch house, that stone house right there in the middle. That red building over on the left hand side is the old schoolhouse. We'll walk inside and take a little closer look around. Here's the well house or spring. It comes up right here next to the house. You can see it flow out there. And they have it irrigated to where it flows into those orchards that's just beyond the rock wall. So the house itself, I believe, has been added on to a couple times. It's made out of stone, a lot like the other structures out here in this area. Plenty of stone to choose from. And on some days, probably not in the COVID era, but they have this opened up where you can go inside and tour the inside. Here's a little close-up of the schoolhouse. This real small building would have been used in the 1920s and 1930s. Said teacher had up to 8 students, and this tiny little place is where she would have taught school as well as where she lived at. Here's a view of the back side of the house as well. You can see the schoolhouse over on the right hand side. Courtyard back behind the house, and as well as the water flowing out of the spring. So we're going to start the Manzanita Spring Trail right out the back of the courtyard here. Hike through part of the orchard they had out here. Here's a look across the orchard. You can tell the grass is pretty green from all the water that flows out of the spring and heads downhill this way. There's a view back toward the ranch house from the orchard area. Just walking through here, checking out all the signs, seeing what kind of trees they have. Pretty much any kind of fruit. They have apple, peach, pear, cherry trees I've come across so far. So look across the Frijole Ridge back here in the back of the Frijole Ranch house. And the trail over to Manzanita Spring is all paved and wheelchair accessible. So this is Manzanita Spring. This is a pond, and I never realized this, but I was reading the sign. It says that it was just a normal spring that was dammed up by the family that ranched here, and they used it for recreation as well as water. So they'd swim out there. Got a picture of somebody in a little tiny boat out there, and really not a bad spot to relax when they could. That hill back there, you might have been seeing in the background of some of these shots, is called Nipple Hill. Probably tell how it got its name. Here's the water that's flowing out of Manzanita Spring, kind of the overflow part of it, and it heads off that direction down into that deep grass, and I'm sure eventually disappears underground. So this is the point in the trail where we're going to turn around, but if you continued on the trail, you'd make your way over to Smith Spring, which is right at the base of the mountains, right in the very center of the shot, back behind that ridge. As we make our way back over toward the ranch house there in the center of the shot. You can see El Cap there right underneath the sun. And we've been getting some up to 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts today. It's helping kick up some of this dust. Well guys, we're just about back. Thanks a lot for following along. That was the Frijole Ranch house as well as Manzanita Spring. It's about a 3/4 of a mile loop. Make it all the way out to the spring and back. Once again, appreciate you following along, and we'll see you next time.